Hello Malaysians, it is now 9 in the morning on a Saturday, very gloomy day. I've got to have the lights on, otherwise it's too dark. I am today making a video to send out to all the media who will publish my appeal for justice according to law. I was sued by Messrs. Lim and Ho for defamation, and my defense was that I admit publishing the material, but that I claim privilege, that the statements made were the truth, and that according to the law, the contents of it is protected, and I have a good defense against Lim and Ho's claim. I had published earlier 2 or 3 video clips on this subject, so there's not much need to revisit those issues. The reason I'm creating this video is to direct the attention of the press, Sin Chew Jit Pao, Malaysia Today, Malaysian Insider, The Star, Straits Times, etc. And I'm also sending these clips to Australian newspapers and let them do what they want, because my case here is a clear demonstration of the interference of the judiciary, and that I have always said, and this is one thing which is held against me, I've always said that the judges in Malaysia do not know the law, because as I also said earlier in the clips, I demonstrated that in actual fact what the Court of Appeal has done is clear law illiteracy. You see, I was sued for defamation, and I admitted making those statements, and my defense was privilege. And when it went before Judge Zabaria in the Court of First Instance, Judge Zabaria openly stated to Mr. David Ho, who represented his firm, that these statements do not refer to you. That being the case, since my statements do not refer to Lim and Ho, it is irrelevant, therefore, for me to make my defense, and therefore no evidence was taken of my defense, which was pleaded. I pleaded that my statements were the truth, and that I'm protected by law making them. Now this situation, therefore, create another situation. I mean, it also defines the powers and authority and duties of the Court of Appeal. You see, the funny thing about this situation is that the Court of Appeal can only affirm the judgment of Judge Zabaria. They can only affirm the judgment of Judge Zabaria because there was no trial at the Court of First Instance. My defense was not called. Only the evidence of the plaintiff was taken, but I was not allowed to make even one statement. So there was no evidence at all adduced on my defense. And in this situation, the Court of Appeal, in granting damages of 600,000 to Lim and Ho and another 250,000 in costs or something like that, I still haven't got the judgment back, but that is another issue which I want to air. To the press, I say this: follow this case closely, because it is a revelation of the total impartiality, of the total partiality, not impartiality, of the total partiality and partisanship of the judges of the Court of Appeal. I mean, in defamation, the statements must not be just damaging. You must prove also that as a consequence of my statement, if found defamatory, the plaintiff suffer loss. Even that has not been adduced. No evidence was shown that Lim and Ho suffered loss. In actual fact, the witness who gave evidence in favor of Lim and Ho stated that my statements relating to Lim and Ho, and of which is the basis of their complaint in this defamation suit, did not alter the opinion of this particular witness in any untoward way, in any disadvantageous way, in any way that to change their opinion of the good name of Lim and Ho. So where is the damage? Even this aspect of the case, the Court of Appeal failed to give consideration. You see, the point is this: the Court of Appeal is biased, and it's very easy for them to be biased because, as I said, they don't know the law. In any case before the court, there are only two sides. One side will win and the other side will lose. And these judges, since they favor Lim and Ho, they went out on a limb to punish me. You see, I also believe that it is not just about Lim and Ho, this case, that caused these three Bengkulu judges to be biased against me. You see, I have been attacking Judge Zainun binti Muhammad Ali of the Court of Appeal, one of their colleagues. And these three Bengkulu judges cannot divorce themselves from their personal affiliation with Dato' Zainun binti Muhammad Ali. What sort of judges are these? They can't be neutral. They can't even divorce their feelings from their work. These are not distinguished judges. These are not even learned judges. You see, as I mentioned earlier, the Court of Appeal can only affirm the decision of Judge Zabaria of the High Court, because there was no statement taken from me on my defense. You see, if these men are fair, if these men are real judges, if these men have the discipline and the professionalism of a true judge, they will see that this is totally unacceptable. There is no evidence from the defendant. Therefore, how could the Court of Appeal award damages $600,000 against me when there's no proof of damage to Lim and Ho? not only no proof of damage to limb and hoe, the circumstances are such that if you award damages against me at the Court of Appeal level, you are in fact denying me the right to a defense. How can the federal court not accept such a submission? I am going to send out email with this particular clip attached, so that the newspapers receiving this clip will go to my website on Facebook Yap Chong Yi. My website is Facebook Yap Chong Yi, and I got about 3 or 4 clips there that relates to this case. I think it will be too long for me to continue. Speak to you again. Goodbye.